My name is Ken Odera, and I'm 65 years of age. I'm a family man. I'm having a father of one girl and 3 boys. My firstborn girl is in States. She's also a footballer. She went and played football. She got married there. She's 41 of age. I married when I was 20. I've been in football for the last 32 years. I've coached a lot of teams that I will start saying it will take a lot of time. I've been in the big teams I've coached. I've coached Gor Mahia. I was an assistant coach to Bobby Ogola. I've coached KCB. I was an assistant coach to Rishadi Shedu. I've coached Administration Police as a head coach. I've coached Coast Stars. I've coached Congo Boys, all that is in Mombasa. I've gone to Naivasha. I've coached Australian Fastac. Down I've watched. I've coached national National League game teams. That is in Naivasha, about 3 teams. I've coached a lot of teams. Then coming to Nairobi, I've coached Kenyatta National Hospital as a head coach. I've coached Githunguri as a head coach. I've coached Shauri Moyo as a head coach. I've coached the Gatundu Stars. Formerly it was Mutomo. That is in Gatundu. I've coached Githunguri, National League team. I've coached. It's big. It's long. It's a long list. But the bottom line is, I've enjoyed my coaching, and I've done it for all those years successfully. That's where I've made my name. The biggest moments is when I was coaching Gor Mahia, KCB, and Coast Stars, and coming to the national leagues, Gatundu Stars, Githunguri, Shauri Moyo. Those are the moments that I would remember and I would say coaching is not that easy. Especially Gor Mahia, you could get the fans, abuses and everything. You could go to KCB, they need results, and a draw is like is a loss to them. So I've really had it rough. And that's an experience I've really had with those big teams, national Premier League teams. I've been a coach since I was in college, and my first team to play for was Shauri Moyo Sportif. Those are years gone, when people are there like in the late Alfayo Dongo, Freda Mukasa, all those guys were coming from Kamukunji, Shauri Moyo. So I used to train with them in this particular pitch you're seeing. That was not like this. It was in a pathetic state, but we could still come in and do a lot of runnings and a lot of playing. We had a great team with great players. Most of them are belated, so I'm left alone. And still, home is best. East West, home is best. I decided to do my coaching, and here I am trying to put some more emphasis on playing football with the upcoming boys. Well, my aim is not to drive the team as such. My aim is to get the players and put them where they're supposed to be. For them to, I'm there to teach them what I'm supposed to teach them. For them to go places, represent other teams, not necessarily the home team, because the home team is actually playing in a lower division. But if I could make them, for them to play in a higher division, that is my pride. You see, that is my pride. So mine is to make them go up the ladder and represent themselves up the ladder. The life of a coach is hectic, because a coach is you're a useless person. People want wins. Any loss, you're a useless person. Financially, there's no gain that you're gaining on anything. I do it for free. You see, nobody's paying me, except as maybe I was coaching in the Premier League or in the National League, where I could get some small amount of money for my transportation. That is all. But up at Chini, Mashinani, don't expect to get any money. There's nothing. You do it for free because of the like of what? Of football, love of football. Talent is abundant here in Mtaani grassroots. There's a lot of good talent. Very, very, very good talents, and most of them are involved in these other dubious things like crime, like drug taking and everything. So football is a stepping stone. If I normally put them over to come and for them to come over and play football. You know, once you start playing football, you start training football, you actually have no time to involve in ABCD like drugs or crime. So I really pull them in order for them to stay aside that. But you could see it's not working, because the drugs and the crime are being instigated still with the security. The police are just there taking money from these guys who are giving out drugs to the boys. Nothing is being done. What I'm thinking about is that I think drugs is illegal in Kenya. Drugs is legal in Kenya, and once it stops, we'll have a good frame up on football. But for now, nothing can happen because everything is legalized now. Bang is legalized. Crime is like it's legalized. The policemen are there watching and taking bribes. So I'm in a problem also on that issue. I enjoy my coaching. I love coaching. Coaching is in my life. Coaching is in my blood, and I'll continue coaching. Age is just but a number. Right now, I'm having about 1.5 years in Nairobi, and I want to go back home on retirement to actually put my experience to people at home. I think I have to put my experience back home. I mean, they want me there. So I have about a year and a half, then I go on retirement to actually relay my experience back home.